A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Foodie Go-Go. And so now, as we approach the final few months of this entire series that I've pretty much been doing for the past few years, it's safe to say we're going to be going all the way, pretty much. Lots of new menu items have been coming around left and right, and in this exact occasion, we're basically going to have ourselves a bit of a two-parter. Because as you can see here, Wendy's brought in 2 brand new items at the same exact time. And I sure am happy to be able to pick up both of these while they were out during that time. And so, both of these items are simply known as the Crispy Panko Wild Caught Pollock Fish Sandwich. And the other one here is, well, it's a chicken sandwich. But it looks like right here, as you can see, this is the Crispy Panko sandwich. Their own sort of latecomer to that of the fish sandwich series that we've been seeing. Arby's managed to catch up to that of the popularity of what Burger King, McDonald's, and other franchises have started. And now it looks like Wendy's is pretty much in the action as well. So, I really do wonder exactly what can we get out of this. Well, first of all, just getting a little runoff based on the sauce that this sandwich does have. And if we also take a look at the inside, well, it's got that nice sort of square shape, which is pretty common for that of most fish sandwiches. They happen to have some sort of polygon shape to them, and that's a pretty nice presentation. But in terms of taste, courtesy chews are pretty much there. And I'm noticing a lot of other things as well, aside from the typical fish, mayo, and what looks like some sort of honey mustard pretty much. Not to mention lettuce and a few pickle slices, which is a nice completion. And these pickles are a little strong for some reason. But in any case, I'm pretty happy about how this one turns out. I say these are worth a pick-me-up if you can, in fact, find any. But do I consider this to all kinds of people out there? Well, maybe not a lot of people might like fish. But I can sure tell you that some other positives I can pretty much identify right off the bat. It's not just from the taste itself. The texture is also fine. But also the quality of the ingredients themselves. These are things you could probably get store-bought for the most part. And if you're wanting to make your own fish fillet like this at home, then you could probably do that and it might have similar results to this. The lettuce itself is a pretty nice sort of quality look to it, just by looking at it. The bun, fish itself, condiments, they all do add up to the flavor. So it is only fair that the quality is partly to blame here. And all that pretty much just comes into play. Of course, I will finish the rest of this later. But you know what? I am in fact pretty proud. Wendy's has probably been one of the best chains I've ever had some personal attachment to. But when considering a lot of other franchises, not all of their products can go so well. McDonald's and Burger King, for example, might have some great value, but their products seem a bit cheaper than most, which is not necessarily a good thing by all accounts. And not to mention the fact that the caloric intake alongside many other nutritional facts labels that we've seen on a lot of other store-bought products, even though we don't necessarily get any of those in most of these kind of restaurants or fast food chains, it does seem that we do occasionally get some insight on what the health values are like on most of these foods. Recent years, we've been able to see a lot of this stuff happen, so I'm more than happy to finally get to know about how this stuff can do with my health. because there's probably a lot of things I'll need to worry about down the line. And so that's where all this stuff is going to have to come into play. So bravo to all of that. A panko fish sandwich, though, on the other hand, is a great sandwich. I mean, I've had a lot of fish sandwiches around, and this one might just be one of the best that I've had so far. Quality ingredients, great taste, and pretty much the right amount of consistency and texture. They all come down to a 2 thumbs up, by all means. If I wanted to do my basic Kaiju Force Neo official scoring, then maybe an 8.6 out of 10. So it can't necessarily be the all-time best thing out there. I feel like I could save that for some other occasion. But anyways, if you want to see more go down on my channel, then make sure that you stick around, because later on, it'll be time to talk a bit about the new chicken sandwich that Wendy's had debuted alongside with the pollock. Also, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.